here's how I go about designing tattoo equipment. I see what people are offering, and um, I start to notice like gaps or areas where I think um, something is not being addressed,
Yeah.
and so then I'm addressing that area if I think that it's valuable.
Yeah.
So, for example, like let's imagine that you had like let's say Ford or something
Yeah.
like that. Or I'm
Ford
not.
F-150.
Well, we'll get to that one. That's where I'm going. We're
Okay.
going to
Okay.
start with like a Ford Escape, a Ford Mustang, and let's even say like a Porsche, and
Okay.
uh, and like why not a Ferrari, right? Let's
Okay.
imagine that all four of those cars had a four-cylinder turbo, 280 horsepower engine in it.
Okay.
All four cars, same exact engine.
Okay.
Why don't we throw a truck in there too, like a Toyota Tundra, same
Okay.
engine, four-cylinder turbo, 280 horsepower, and what something similar torque, 250 pounds of torque.
Okay.
Okay, same engine, same performance characteristics, different shapes. That's what we're talking about here. You might
Okay.
have a different shaped seat. You might have different materials. You might have a
Mm.
different like navigation system. But at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you're getting into each. So you own all those cars and like you're choosing a different car every day. When it comes to the performance characteristics of that car, there is no difference. You're driving
Mm.
the same car every day with a different shape.
Yeah.
That's how I view a lot of the. That's my gripe with a lot of the other tattoo machines in the market. It's
Okay.
the same mechanism, it's the same motor, it's the same technology that has existed for a long, long time. So my philosophy is more like, what if we had multiple machines with one shape?
Mm.
Like, so let's go back to the F-150, right? When you buy an F-150, you can get it with that same four-cylinder turbo. You can get it with a V6. You can get it with a V6 with the EcoBoost. You can
Yeah.
get it with a V8 with a supercharger with 550 horsepower. You
Yeah.
can get F-250, which is almost the same, with
Yeah.
1,000 foot-pounds of torque and
Yeah.
tow a tree out of the ground, right? So now you've
Yeah.
got basically five of the same shape but with
Yeah.
different performance characteristics.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of the explanation of what is the difference between Modus and Macro. Why do they look so much the same?
Mm.
Aren't they the same kind of thing? It's more that, so nobody knows about this just yet, but it's okay. We're starting something that I'm calling Project Macro. And basically, Project Macro is a question. And the question is there value in placing an emphasis or prioritizing emphasis on performance in a tattoo machine over anything else? In other words, like not
Yeah.
to disregard other things,
Sure.
but to place performance at the top.